16-year-old is dead, and tonight his grandmother is blaming law enforcement.
Tyler Johnson stole his grandmother's car early Monday morning, and between her calling 911 and sheriff's deputies pursuing the car, Tyler lost control and hit a power pole.
Lauren St. Germain spoke with his grandmother and joins us now with that story. Lauren.
Ruth says it's a tragic accident that could have been prevented. She says the way sheriff's deputies responded to the 911 call was the difference between life and death.
My whole life.
Ruth Johnson now clings to her grandson Tyler through the pictures on her wall.
I got up and he was gone. He'd slipped out of his window and he took my car.
Tyler lived with his grandmother and has a history of behavior problems and ADHD. But Ruth knew to look for him at a family friend's house, 15 minutes down the road.
And he left and went to 64 Highway, and he said he was coming back. In the meantime, his grandmother came and told me that he had taken her car.
While we were sitting in the driveway, he came back and started to pull my car in. And he saw my sister's car sitting there. So he went on, so we followed him.
That's when Ruth called 911, and Bradley County Sheriff's deputies responded.
And I was on with the 911 telling them every step he was making, every place he was going.
Ruth said at that point he wasn't speeding.
I had told them he didn't drive. That's the first time a kid's been out on the road with a car. And 16 years old, and me on there telling them all this stuff on 911.
She says she begged them to stop chasing him.
I told 911 that he was that he couldn't drive, and when the cops come around through there, and they come and turned around and got the sirens on, and he took off.
Tennessee Highway Patrol says ultimately Tyler's car crossed over the center line on Michigan Avenue, went into a ditch, and slammed into this telephone pole. Ruth blames the chase, saying it was a mistake by law enforcement and the reason she's now planning her grandson's funeral.
There just shouldn't be no chase, especially a kid.
We reached out to the Bradley County Sheriff's Office for a comment on their choice of action. They then directed us to the Tennessee Highway Patrol. THP says this is an active crash investigation and depend on us to keep you updated when we learn more.